Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
Hi, everybody.
The Ultimatum Season 3 finale and reunion. Make sure you like to subscribe to your TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all of your Netflix reality coverage, all of your reality TV coverage overall. Brian, this was a weird, rough ending to a disappointing season of The Ultimatum. This did
Yes.
not deliver. We've already posed, if you've seen some of our reviews the last few weeks, if this show is even any good at all. And right now, it's not a good show, Brian. The finale, I don't understand how it was that long. That could have
Yeah.
all been one episode combined with the reunion, frankly. They could have kind of more exposed the things at the reunion. I think it would have been more interesting to see that live with them sitting there.
Mhm.
Uh, we'll go through the major storylines, the Nick and Sandy stuff, the crazy Nick, Vanessa and Dave returned, Brian, to give their side of their exit story. And we find out about certain breakups, including Scotty and Arya, Zaina and JR, who didn't make it through the finale, Brian. Your overall thoughts, what's at top of mind for you?
Yeah, I have to echo that. It was very disappointing. There's no reason that the finale should have been 57 minutes and the reunion was 55. Like, there's there's no excuse for that. Like, I'm just racking my brain and I watched it on 1.5 speed. I'm like, what happened in the 57 minutes? Like, I have 5 lines of notes. That's it. Five
Everything
sentences.
I have is mainly from the reunion
Yeah.
because I knew that it really didn't matter what the decisions
Yeah,
were
it's
made
dumb,
at
dude.
the actual
It's dumb.
altars per se, because none of them respect the rules on this show. They
Right.
don't respect the rules. Uh, I'm going to start with the Nick stuff. It was the biggest topic of conversation. Nick and Sandy did not make it together. That dude is I don't care. That dude was more than drunk. I'll tell you that right now. That guy was skitzing out. He was convincing himself of one thing, then another way, swinging up and down. Spent the entire reunion just trying to pull this BS apology tour that would half start and then he would just get insecure again and complain and never unfolded his damn legs and just sat there just being a douche. He called himself an artist. Like I just that guy and Vanessa came back and eviscerated him. Said you were drunk, you were a wacko. You used to pull me into the rooms without the microphones and tell me a bunch of crazy deep trauma. Like I don't need that crap. You were so bad that I ran back to the weirdo Dave who sucked and brought me to this stupid show. Unreal.
I only felt bad for him a little bit because I feel
You're
like
nuts.
no, wait, hold on, let me talk. Because like I don't think Scotty got enough, or I don't think Scotty got enough heat for any of the stuff he did. Like I just think Nick got too much heat. He definitely did. He did a ton of stuff that was definitely not okay. But all these other people did a lot of stuff that also was not okay, and they didn't even talk about it. That's my only defense on him is he took a beat down. He deserved a beat down, but other people also deserve some at least an
So less of a defense of him and more of a criticism of like production, really.
yeah, yeah. I just think like Vanessa comes back and it's like, hey, why did you leave the show? Like, let's grill them a little more. Like, why did you just leave? Like, oh, we were in a good place.
What changed? How about a
Yeah,
quick
like give me a
question of
break.
what changed between you two because of the
Yeah,
bad relationship you were in
right.
in the pods per se? Nothing changed. You
Yeah,
were just
right.
she didn't mean what she said. She was mad that he brought her there, and so she was trying to punish him a little bit and be with a guy she thought was cool. And it took one day back together with the weirdo dude in their new marriage for her to realize, oh crap, like maybe I shouldn't
Yeah.
play these kind of games. Like even though this a hole brought me here, it shouldn't maybe tit for tat was probably the bad call here. I mean that guy didn't say anything, Dave. He just sat there, just stupid grin the
Yeah,
whole
he made that
time.
dumb fart comment, and that's literally it. Like he's just like a puppet there. But dude, I mean, the other couple didn't even show up, and I had to Google the name because I forgot. Micah and Chanel. Like, screw them too. Like,
No
these people.
cowards. Just
Yeah,
total cowards. And
yeah.
their stuff wasn't even as dramatic. I would have just
Oh,
said that
no,
we
we don't
changed
even
our
know.
mind.
That's the thing. We don't even know.
Changed our mind. I'm just saying, at least how it was presented to us, oh, we changed our mind. Like, whatever. Like, I just, you know,
Yeah, just
yeah,
leave. At least
I
that couple
agree.
from a couple seasons ago actually came back, even though they left like right away. Like, have the balls to show up. I mean, that's the only thing I'll give Vanessa and Dave credit for is they actually did show up.
I think the only, like, I guess you would say counter, not even counter to your argument about like production not, or the hosts not pushing on the others as much. If you're talking Scotty, if you're talking JR, I feel like Ari and Zaina did a pretty good job on their own of roasting those dudes and not letting them off the hook, right?
Yeah, I
So
mean that's true.
they, Ari is great. Ari don't play around with nothing. She's going after Caleb for creeping on her social media, and that was great. Then
Petty
she's
though,
telling what
a little petty. Like
I don't care.
I know you don't
All these
care.
dudes sucked. All these dudes
They
sucked,
okay, they do
dude.
stink, but like
Caleb was a weirdo.
she's trying to say that he's emotionally connected, and maybe he did, but like you're telling me is that you were very emotionally connected because you still give a
Well, duh.
you were fucking
Yeah.
engaged. You got engaged, and you're still worried about this guy.
Yeah, that was the part too. You're like how they always she was like, I don't know whether to die. Just say like I was into the guy. I found
Yeah,
myself being into the guy. And she'll never admit that like if he had reciprocated that she would have just tried to leave with Caleb, right? And Scotty stunk. And we talked about this
no,
last
he's a
week.
loser.
I definitely we focused a little bit more last week on him. They didn't really highlight anything in the finale. We didn't get any new information about anyone, which
Hmm.
also was a little frustrating. Again, I don't think we need a ton of revelations, but the
Right.
fact that they were just the stupid drive up conversations, and to me, I didn't care. They didn't leave us with any cliffhanger last week, leading us into this week. Like, what the hell is going to jump off this week?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, when she my notes for her when she got engaged in the finale, I was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And then you're only together for a day. Like, thank God for Nick Lachey, like
The
actually
follow up.
having a pulse in the He's the only one that
Yeah,
really
you
had a
moved in
pulse.
together, but like you said, you also broke. Well, how
Yeah,
long after moving in together did you break up? And she was like, "Well, one day." And he's like, "Wait, one day
yeah,
after the engagement?" And she's like, "Yeah." He's like, and then I felt like he was looking at him almost after. He's like, "Scotty, then why did you even move in with her?
yeah.
Like she just dumped you. She didn't want to call her family to tell
Like
her what she did."
she came
The
in with
great side.
she came up in with so much heat, and I just felt like it almost made her look too desperate with the Caleb stuff and mainly the Caleb stuff. I mean, the stuff with Scotty, like why'd you? Scotty sucks. I don't have any. There's nothing to even say about that relationship to me. That
No,
don't.
it was a weak season, Brian. It was just a very weak season, and frankly, Netflix reality stuff is has been a little bit on a lax the last couple seasons. I really need some spice in something soon. I need that heat brought back because Netflix reality is just a staple, and it's tough when you start to get into multiple iterations of the same show, right? It's hard to have that heat, and I think it does come down to casting. But like again, if you're talking casting, they didn't have any idea about Nick's substance abuse issues in any way. He lied his way through it. How the hell you lie or get yourself lie? I don't know. You guys on social media, you don't talk to it's just frustrating. I guess you can't catch everything, but like we've seen a few issues of that in some of these seasons recently where like major things get through and then it leads to like affecting the outcome of a show.
Yeah. Would
That's
you?
where I'm at, Brian. It's we're
Oh wait, I want to talk a little bit about the QR code and the
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, my god, Zaina, what a reality TV moment.
I yeah. I mean, she looked also great too, and yeah, it's such a weird situation because it was funny, but at the same time, like the production value of what was on the QR code makes me think it wasn't real. Like these are
It's
clips from the show. These are like edited very well clips from the show.
they had like there was like a folder. She
I think
said
was it
there
just
was
that
like
text group message and they just kind of put together a video because there's no way she put that video together. It was too well put together and it was like
was
the Netflix edited
interesting. Yeah, it was interesting that she was showing the screenshots. And then Netflix like obviously took it, and so that was I think it was just for the dramatic effect of it. I'm
You
sure if
think
you
so?
click, it's just very funny. I hope that like on Twitter or on TikTok over the next few
Release the
days.
tapes.
Yeah, I want to see the QR code. Like, just give me a picture of your finger. Like, I want to see it. Like, I think that's
Yeah.
really funny and cool. Maybe I'll start walking around with the QR code on my finger. Like, who knows?
He definitely like was he gaslighting? I'm not very good at like determining who's like when people are gaslighting, but do you think he was because he was kind of on his bullshit, I think, when he was like just like anytime she brought up a point, he's like, I'm sorry you're upset. Like you're allowed to be upset. And it's just like then he would just kind of say something after the fact.
He's just less gaslighting, but he's just being an aloof, intentionally aloof asshole. You know, he's I know no, I just got love for you. No, that's not true. There's never really any counter facts. It's just no, or just trying to throw fake, fake niceties at her. You could tell that like usually you could tell when you watch people argue by who's getting driven more crazy. That usually means the other person is kind of the asshole. Like she was going nuts. Like you could just tell that she wants to like rip her freaking skin off when that dude's talking because she knows he's so full of shit. And like she there's like she just knows that she's just gonna keep looking crazy and he's just gonna sit there, like you said, that is gaslighting. He's just gonna sit there and act all calm, like he's never been like probably
Yeah.
angry and been an asshole. And she's just like, you're just so fake, bro. Like you're so fake.
And even I mean, even Sandy too was kind of annoying in this. Like,
And he stinks.
yeah, really what it was is like you watch the people who were reacting the way that Sandy and JR, like you just know they're gonna be a perfect match. Like it's like a shoe in.
Sandy is an NPC, dude. Sandy is literally Jess 2.0. She's even interacted with her now online. I've seen that. It is like the Spider-Man meme of them pointing at each other. This girl is a specific type that is very specific to certain reality TV, and she is just going to ride that path. That's a chick you can see on like Love Island. She's not bubbly or fun enough though.
Just I don't know. I'm just thinking about what you said, where it's like the people who are more unhinged are the people who are less like in that situation where you said the people who are not as angry or unhinged.
Yeah.
And who do you think was more unhinged, Nick or Sandy?
Yeah, well, Nick's
Well, that's why because I think he was a little more unhinged, where like he like
but I think because he's yapped up though. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think he's like
he's
going,
the
I
only
don't
one
think
with a
he's,
girlfriend right now. Everybody else is single.
yeah, well, we don't know what her name might be like Meadow and might be like 19. You know, like we didn't get like we didn't find out. I doubt she's a CPA. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like,
I just felt like some of these people came in and when they just like started like when Sandy started talking and she starts crying when it gets to her point to talk. I was like, this just seems so fake.
well, she's fake. Her stuff always seemed like a scene. Everyone else, at least I could believe, may be who they. She was just putting on a show. I didn't. She knew that she wanted to dump that guy for a while, but she knew she had a shot at the show. She stayed on the show, so she stay with the guy so she could get on the show. That was never going to last. She didn't get on the show, they broke up. You know what I mean? That's just come on. Dude might
Yeah,
have some money and stuff too. Like who knows? Like what the
it's
deal is.
perfect match money.
I would love to see them both on Perfect Match. If one of them's on it, they both should be on it. Frankly, because I just want to see the. I want to just
I
see
think
the.
it would be funny if Sandy and Nick were on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they should both be on. I think that would be really funny for sure. I agree. Um, yeah, like Brian said, we cover all the Netflix shows. Perfect Match, Love is Blind. We're done with the circle. Forget that crap.
That show sucks.
We're not doing that, but you basically we're covering everything else. We just finished Survivor 47. So go check out our review of the finale and the season. Brian just finished, like I said earlier on, finishing Love Island Australia. Plenty of other shows are getting ready to kick off as well, including two trader seasons, UK and US. So we will be here for everything. Make sure you hit the notification bell here on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok. But until next season, for myself and Brian, thank you so much for watching. Peace.